Let's see the topic on soil conservation. Soil conservation is an effort made by man to prevent soil erosion and to retain the fertility of soil. So this will be the definition of soil conservation and how to implement it. The government has taken various steps to prevent soil erosion, amongst which the major ones are afforestation, checking overgrazing, constructing dams and barrages, and using improved techniques of agriculture.
Afforestation is the process of planting trees or sowing seeds in a barren land devoid of any trees to create a forest. The term should not be confused with the reforestation, which is the process of specifically planting native trees into a forest that has decreasing number of trees, while reforestation is increasing the number of trees and existing forest. Afforestation is the creation of new forest. Our Earth has been constantly trying to cope with the way in which human beings use natural resources, clear forest lands, cut trees, and contaminate the air, land, and water. Therefore, measures like afforestation are practiced to prevent further damage. It provides a supply of timber, fruit, and fodder for cattle apart from crop production. Afforestation is the need of the hour. We need it to tackle the global issues humans are facing. For example, global warming, soil erosion, pollution, the ecological imbalance is just some of the severe problems. Most importantly, afforestation is something which is economical and easy. It can help bringing back the balance of nature.
What is overgrazing? Eating of the grass, by the animals on the large scale, is called overgrazing. Or we can say that, when farmers allow too many animals to graze an area of land, is known as overgrazing. What are the effects of overgrazing? Overgrazing removes plants from the soil. Overgrazing increases soil erosion. Overgrazing kills vegetation. That's enough for today's topic.
Now the next method to control soil erosion or uh, soil conservation, for soil conservation, check dams are made along the rivers. Generally in the rainy season, the rivers are overflooded with water and they start spreading at the sides of the banks of the rivers, and the flow is so fast that it carries away the silt or the soil, the upper layer of the soil along with it. The whole bank of the river comes under the water, and therefore these check dams are made in between the rivers to control the flow of the water and to divert it to various other channels in the form of canals or small streams which are made. So this way the water is scattered in all directions, and hence the main area does not get affected and soil erosion is reduced to quite some amount, and therefore check dams are made for it. Now, the check dams have traditionally been implemented in two environments across channel bottoms and on hill slopes. Check dams are used primarily to control water velocity, conserve soil, and improve land. They are used when the other flow control practices such as the lining and the channel or creating bioswales are impractical. So this was for the check dams. So after the discussion of constructing dams and barrages and its advantages in as far as soil conservation is concerned, we come to the improved method of agriculture, which is a major plan of the government to implement, in which first is the contour method, in which in this picture you can see that the plants or the crops are planted in circulation. So contour farming, the practice of tilling sloped land along the lines of consistent elevation in order to conserve rainwater and to reduce soil losses from the surface, which is known as contour plowing or contour method farming. Contour plowing mitigates the impact of floods, storms, and landslides on the crop by reducing the soil erosion by 50%, controlling runoff water, increasing moisture, infiltration and retention, and thus enhancing the soil quality and its composition. So these are the advantages of doing or implementing contour plowing. Next is terrace farming. Terrace cultivation method of growing crops on the sides of the hills or mountains by planting on graduated terraces built into the slope. Though labor intensive, the farming has been employed effectively the maximum arable land area in variable terrains and to reduce soil erosion and water loss. So whenever the water flows on it, if it gets stopped at every step, some soil is accumulated there, it stays there, and hence soil erosion is avoided. Then the third one is the crop rotation, which improves the soil fertility of the soil. It is a practice of growing a series of different types of crops in the same area across a sequence of growing seasons. Additionally, crop rotation can improve soil structure and organic matter, which reduces soil erosion and increases farm system resilience. So planting trees as check walls to prevent soil erosion. Shelter belts are usually a row of trees along the fence line. They are planted mainly to protect animals or crops from cold winds. Field shelter belts reduce soil erosion by wind, conserve soil moisture, and reduce wind damages to the crops. So in the coastal region also, when we had done cyclones, we have studied that trees are planted at the sides of the coast or the coastline in order to avoid the erosion done by the waves. So in the desert region, these kind of bushes, shrubs and trees are planted in this manner, in some planned manner, in order to avoid soil erosion. After that, some more plans which the government has made or banned is the shifting or chumming or slash and burn type of agriculture. It is totally banned in our country, though it is still common in northeastern part of India, but still to a very smaller extent it is carried on. And the last point, the belts of trees and shrubs should be planted. This already has been discussed.